there is something there, and there is some sanctuary there for these tender creatures, but also the tender creature of the writer who needs to come and and rest.
Hello and welcome to Daniel Digest. Our topic today is sanctuary, and we will be joined by poet Justin Rigamonti, who runs the Carolyn Writers House residency through Portland Community College. Thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoyed the show.
My name is Justin Rigamonti, and I am the program coordinator of the Carolyn Writers House. It's 9 acres of field and orchard and swamp. There's a little marsh, not swamp, there's a little marsh area in the middle of suburban Tigard. She really wanted the property to be a solace for writers, a place of solace for writers. And she really wanted it to kind of in perpetuity serve others the way it served her. She was this just lovely. She was a teacher. She taught for 20 years in Northern California at Humboldt State. And then after she got a divorce and her mother died, she came back up to Oregon, and they had money, so she just decided to kind of live there and write. She was a dedicated writer, and she wrote a lot over the last 20 years of her life. She was a gamer too. She loved playing online role playing. Her life was about poetry, and it was, and she just wanted to extend that gift to other writers. So that's been our goal. Her trustees put out a call for proposals, and 12 institutions, I believe it was, including Reed and PSU and U of O, Oregon State. All these institutions put in a proposal, and they made I think a radical decision to choose PCC. Usually when it comes to grants and stuff, the rich get richer, and to choose PCC was, I think, really forward thinking and community thinking, and that's how the Carolyn Writers House started. I was part of that team in the summer of 2019. So we run this residency as a duplex residency with 2 writers at any given time, and they are given a month to come and be at the house. So 2 writers share the house for a month, and they don't even have to see each other because the house is so big. They can kind of both be on their own side. We give them time at the house to work on a project that they're working on, and they also get paid. We've endowed $2 million of the dollars. The gift came with a bunch of money, and we endowed some of that, and so we're able to pay the writers a really generous and competitive stipend. We pay them $400 a week, and that's possible because of the money that came with the gift. So we have it budgeted for 20 years, 5 of which have already passed. But we're looking for ways to make it sustainable after even that time. It's a program that is for the community, and it's for students that otherwise don't have access to these really amazing elite writers from around the country. Again, it's at a community college, which is so different than if it were at Reed or something. They're just swimming in amazing writers, and so this gives PCC students an up close relationship with these fantastic writers. That's actually a word she used too, that she wanted to give poets sanctuary, and just not one that came to mind. Yeah, there's some of that. There's a lot of that, actually. And I always tell writers, you don't have to work on something, because writers are very concerned sometimes, because often writing residencies will have some sort of stipulation about, you have to finish a work and give evidence that you made this progress or some such, But I'm just like, dude, if you just need to come here and collapse, that's such an important part of being a writer. And so come collapse, and we've had a couple writers who just did that. They just came and didn't really do much, just read and spaced out in this beautiful home, and on 9 acres of grass, and there's deer that come up into the and there's an beautiful orchard, and it's just a great place to kind of to recuperate. And so it's hard being a writer. It's a depressing. It can be very depressing, and you can get banged up, and so people do come to get revitalized as much as they come to work on a particular project. Just you talking about it as a sanctuary makes me think of all of the sort of lovely or sort of wildlife things that have happened. And had a resident that took a great video of a coyote hunting out in the field. But the residents love the deer too, and it's sort of heartbreaking because this was a sanctuary for those animals too. And slowly, all the land around it is getting gobbled up. So it really is. It's a kind of a last refuge in this area that was beautiful, and it's just been slowly destroyed by development. And these creatures that live on this plot of land and some of the adjoining watershed like areas that won't be developed, but this is their last refuge. This is so there's a kind of desperate consolation of the land that it's not enough for the animals. It's not really enough for the writers either, but there is something there, and there is some sanctuary there for these tender creatures, but also the tender creature of the writer who needs to come and and rest.